So if you haven't caught my first video, this was the first boot. Took me somewhere around maybe 20 plus hours, not really sure. Each face took probably like an hour or two, depending. It was a lot easier when it was full body, but I really love how this looked. I did actually put a design on the tongue, which I'll show later on in the video. So I decided to start off with a adult Momo in his dragon form. Really love how this one was going, so then that led to the inspiration of also doing Kaido behind that, which of course, had to leave the Gear 5 Luffy. When I had initially started these boots, I had done a few drawings to figure out what I kind of wanted to do on them. And initially I was going to do a bunch of like random anime stuff, random fantasy stuff. So you can just ignore that huge green patch. I had initially thought about doing some of those spirits from Princess Mononoke, but decided against that just because of how much of a One Piece kick I've been on for quite a while now, and there was just so much I wanted to do with it that it turned into only One Piece boots. I really debated whether or not I should include this. This was a failed idea that I had of doing a few shots from the manga. So it was just not quite what I wanted. Didn't turn out quite as well as I wanted, so I just painted over it. Was like, no, this is bad, so. But I decided to include it since I filmed it, and it's like, well, I'll show some of my mistakes. So I started this side, and I thought that I enjoyed the direction it was going, but I don't. So I plan on redoing this whole section. I did the front part with a little bit of a tribute. Probably going to do another tribute right here. The other side is coming along really nice. But I'm going to focus on this section today because it just sounds like more fun. This was a lot of fun to do and outline, and I did a little bit more work afterwards. Thought I could use just a little bit more punch. So now I'm going on to, if you can guess it, it's going to be Prometheus from the Big Mom Pirates and Big Mom, along with Napoleon and Zeus. This one was surprisingly kind of hard to get the paint to not be so thin. So I just was going over and over and over it. So it took actually a decent amount of time, but I really love how the look where it just blended in with Luffy and it kind of looked like, you know, cool guys don't look at explosions.
All my time I'm waiting you to answer the phone. Nothing seems to happen, but the last stage is gone. I hope somewhere your voice promises less and us more, but still my pillow's on the floor. Anyone could say that we are never assured, for things we're dreaming of are always out of the store. Pages, a lot of pages to forget, I'm so bored to say. Call me if you need a hand. Did you ever think I'm a friend? Everything will come to an end. It's so complicated to let go. I've come to know the hardest words to understand. Alas, so easy to pretend, but everything will last for a night. Try to find things in a new set, but late at night I look for those I will never get. Symptoms of my sickness always fade and come back. I wonder how we could have met. Everyone is telling me it's late to complain, 'cause now the games are over, I must reckon with pain. Cages, a lot of cages to subside, it's so vain to say. Was to understand, alas, so easy to pretend, but everything will last for a night. The rage has come. I feel so young and never call the name you wore. From ash to glow, I fall in love. Distance, we've got distance to blame. Anytime it blows your mind, distances can put on a flame.
So I had the idea that I should include the 4 emperors of the sea. Well, at least the ones that I really like, you know. So I'm doing a younger Buggy the Clown here, and it's turned out really, really great, if I do say so myself.
Fall in
everyone ready for a time skip? In 3, 2, 1, now. I got a new little toy off of Temu. It's this, supposed to be a thing for watercolor, but it works really well for washing my brushes out too. I actually really like it. I'm kind of surprised by how good a quality is, especially because it was only like, I don't know, $2 or $3, but it turned out really, really good. This is one thing I probably should have thought of since the very beginning, was taping off the, I don't know what you call that. It's kind of like it's like a rubbery insulator kind of section there. I should have taped it off to begin with to keep a nice clean line, so I'm just going and cleaning up all my edges real quick to make it look a little more neat. But they're work boots, so I didn't really take too much time. I was just like, one coat's good enough. Some of it's a little lighter, and it's like, well, they're made for work anyway, so. So as you can see, I decided to paint the tongues because I thought it was just too plain. And the first one turned out really good. I just kind of decided to do a light purple with a dark purple and did an experiment on the first one. Turned out so good, I was like, all right, I'm going to replicate it on the second one. It was actually a pretty big pain. Took a really long time. You know, I outlined everything and then put some kind of random highlights around each character. Turned out really well in the end, so I'm really glad I did it. But yeah, it was a few hours of my hand was cramping. And in case anyone doesn't know, that is the poneglyph language that leads to the raftil at the end of the Grand Line, which is supposedly where the One Piece is hidden. So, One Piece. This was an incredible journey. It's well over 40 hours, and I loved absolutely every second of it. These will hopefully brighten up my day quite a bit while, working and doing everyday bullshit tasks. I have some in-depth footage coming up, so if you're curious about little details, stick around. Let me know down in the comments which boot you like better, maybe what I could have done differently, or what you would have liked to see that I added in, or just let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching till the end. I would love to grow this community and eventually do some giveaways, do some custom work for some fans. Would be really awesome to give some of these away in the future. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.